Hello, children. How are you doing today? Thank you for joining Blanchie for story time. Blanchie is wanting to stay up late in the willow tree instead of going to bed safe in her chicken coop with her sisters. So I thought I would read her a bedtime story so that she will get nice and sleepy for bedtime. We are going to read Sherlie the Scaredy Roo, a Hairy Rooster Tale. When Sherlie was a young little Roo, he was so brave and confident. He loved to play around with the other little roos. As the roosters got older, they got bigger and bigger. This was scary to Sherlie because his brothers were getting bigger than him. He had so many sisters too. Even they made him jumpy. Sherlie would get scared and hide in a corner in the chicken coop. Gina felt badly and thought he will grow up and find his place where he is comfortable in the flock. After all, this is what roosters and chickens do, right? To help Sherlie feel better, Gina made him a special bed in the coop. The cozy bed made Sherlie happy. Every night Gina would sit in the coop with all her roosters and chickens until everyone was settled down to sleep. Even though he had a new bed, Sherlie liked to hop on Gina's shoulder, cuddle up to her ear, and lay down. He loved his mommy and felt very safe. Then one day there was a big storm that came through the valley. There was thunder and lightning, and the wind blew very strong. The wind was so loud it howled. Buckets, feed bowls, and leaves were flying all around the yard. The wind even blew the hatch to the chicken coop down. Sherlie was stuck outside. He was so scared. When Gina got home, she ran straight to the coop to make sure everyone was okay. She found Sherlie hugging the fence as close as he could, just shaking like a leaf. She took him in her arms and cuddled him until he felt better. Sherlie snuggled up under her chin and laid down. Gina loved his cuddles and Sherlie was happy. It wasn't long after the storm when Sherlie got sick. Gina didn't know what was wrong. Sherlie couldn't hold his head up straight. He didn't have any balance to stand and he didn't have any energy to move and run around like little roos do. This scared both Sherlie and Gina. Gina took him in the house to nurse him back to health. She got some medicine from the farm store, then made a warm bed for him in her spare room. It took weeks for Sherlie to get better. Gina knew he was doing better when he could hold his head up and crow. What a relief! Gina decided to get the scaredy little Roo a small coop of his own to put in the front yard. Sherlie was scared at first, but then he started having fun exploring his new yard. There were a lot of big, beautiful trees. The giant lilac bush was his favorite. It had a low branch to hop up on to roost. There was plenty of grass and flowers to scratch through for his dinner. There was also a beautiful wind chime hanging low from one of the trees over the flower garden. Sherlie's fluffy head of hair could just reach the bottom of the wind chime. The first time he walked through the garden there was all this chiming that scared Sherlie and sent him flying as high as a hairy rooster could fly. Sherlie quickly learned that he liked making music just by running his hair through the wind chime. This made Gina smile. The front yard wrapped around the house joining the backyard with a simple fence where Sherlie could still be by the other chickens. This was fun. Plus, he liked the safety of the fence. There were even rabbits in the front yard. Sometimes Sherlie was scared by the rabbits when they snuck up behind him because they were so quiet. He quickly learned he liked them. They were peaceful, kind, and just wanted to eat with Sherlie. Gina put the small coop she bought under a large pine tree to protect Sherlie from the hot sun in summer and the cold snow in winter. Even though this coop was easy for a rooster to climb into, Sherlie had a different idea. He decided to perch on top of his mom's fairy house that she made on the porch. "You silly little Roo. You aren't scared anymore, are you? I bet you still want me to put you to bed." And Sherlie did. He loved his new home and he loved his mommy. Thanks for reading with me today. Do you want to read the story again? And time to go to bed, Blanchie. Good night.